Good morning, everyone. A few friends are coming by this weekend, and since Mother's Day is around the corner, I thought it would be fun to host an early Mother's Day brunch. While I gather some ingredients together, let me show you the menu. I'm serving mixed berries with yogurt and mint, cinnamon baked oatmeal that I cut into bars, eggs benedict casserole with classic Hollandaise sauce, and a deliciously decadent lime cracker pie that takes all of 10 minutes to make. For beverages, I'm offering coffee, orange juice, and Prosecco. I'm going to start with the baked oatmeal. Baked oatmeal has a remarkable texture. It's almost cake-like, super delicious. And I need 5 eggs. I will post the recipe I'm following in the description box below. And I need to whisk the eggs. Then I need some unsweetened applesauce, Greek yogurt, whole milk, which I measured out earlier, pure vanilla extract, and honey. Now, my mother sent me this wild blueberry honey. At Christmas time, I haven't used it yet, but I thought it might be fun to try it in baked oatmeal. Ooh, it has a wonderful perfume. And now I have a feeling it is going to turn my baked oatmeal purple. That's all right. And a healthy sprinkling of cinnamon. Beat all of these ingredients together. Then I need old-fashioned oats. And these are the oats that I buy from Tierra Farm. They are my favorite oats. And I can put a link to Tierra Farm and a code for free shipping in the description box below if you are interested. And to give this baked oatmeal a bit of lightness, I'm adding baking soda. I also need salt. Stir everything together. Yeah, I used to make this baked oatmeal almost every week. My spouse adores it. I love it too. And after this is baked, I will let it cool to room temperature, and then before my guests arrive, I will cut the baked oatmeal into bars. Now, normally I prepare this dish in a greased 9 by 13 baking dish. Today, I'm going to line my 9 by 13 baking dish with parchment. This way, the baked oatmeal will be easy to unmold. You could add blueberries or raspberries or whatever berries you like to this baked oatmeal batter. And I'm just spreading my batter about. Then I will bake this until a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. It's going to take anywhere from 45 to 55 minutes. And I'm baking it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I should mention that this entire menu can be prepared well ahead of time. This means you and I can be a guest at our own brunch party. While we are waiting for the baked oatmeal to finish baking, we might as well get started on the next recipe, which is eggs benedict casserole. I made this casserole a couple of years ago, and it was unbelievably wonderful. To start this Eggs Benedict casserole, I'm slicing up a bunch of scallions. I want to put the white part of the scallion in one bowl, and the green part in another bowl, which I have lined with a paper towel. I can cover the greens, pop them into the refrigerator. And I need to chop up some Canadian bacon. This is uncured Canadian bacon. So this dish is essentially traditional Eggs Benedict, but in a casserole form. Now I need to split 6 English muffins. Last time I made this dish, I used my own homemade English muffins. Boy, were they excellent. But today, to save time and energy, I'm using store-bought muffins. I need a glug of oil. And to add additional flavor, I'm going to add some butter. And in goes the Canadian bacon, which I will saute just until the bacon turns brown. And here is the beautiful, beautiful baked oatmeal. It smells just fantastic. I'm going to set this aside, and once it is cool, we can unmold it and cut it into squares. Once the bacon has browned, I will transfer it to a paper towel-lined plate. I'm using a slotted spoon here because I will next toast the English muffins in the bacon fat. I want to add a little more butter and some olive oil to this, because I don't think there is enough fat in the pan to really toast these muffins. Well, this first batch is nicely toasted. These English muffins came out just beautifully. I'm really tempted to eat one of these halves, but I need them for the casserole. Next, grease a 9 by 13 inch baking dish. Then cut the toasted muffins into bite-sized pieces. Transfer the muffin pieces to the baking dish and top them with the Canadian bacon. For the custard that will hold the casserole together, beat together eggs, milk, salt, and pepper. Top the casserole with the white part of the sliced scallions and then pour on the custard. And I need to cover the baking dish. I'm going to chill my Eggs Benedict casserole overnight in the fridge, and then tomorrow we will bake off the casserole. We will make a beautiful Hollandaise sauce to pour over the casserole. We need to make a lime cracker pie, very easy and delicious. We will set the table and arrange flowers for the table. So sweet dreams, friends. I will see you first thing in the morning. Just rereading the recipe for this lime cracker pie, I realize it needs to sit for at least 2 hours or overnight. So we're going to go ahead and make that today. Now, I should warn you that this lime cracker pie is decadently delicious. You try it once, you'll probably try it again and again. It's called a 10-minute lime cracker pie, and the recipe comes from Food 52, and I will post that recipe in the description below. And the first thing I need is a lot of lime zest. So I need lime zest for both the custard and, do I need it for garnish? Yes, I think I need it for garnish. So I'm going to zest, I think 6 limes. While I'm zesting these limes, maybe you can tell me in the comments what your plans are for Mother's Day. Are you hosting a brunch, maybe? Going out to dinner? Doing something special? I'd love to know your plans. Next, I need to juice enough limes to equal a ½ cup. And my leftover unsqueezed limes can go into a bag and into the refrigerator. And it's all uphill from here, folks. I need 2 cans, 2 14-ounce cans of sweetened condensed milk. Into the condensed milk, I'm going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. I told you this is a decadent dessert. I need to whisk the cream and the condensed milk just to really combine them. Then I need to whisk in approximately 1 tablespoon of the lime zest. This smells beautiful already. And then I'm going to add the ½ cup of the freshly squeezed lime juice, at which point a chemical reaction will occur from the acid in the lime juice. It's going to turn this milk mixture very thick. Now I need a deep dish pie plate and Ritz crackers. I'm going to start by putting about a cup of this wonderful milk mixture into the pie plate and spread it out. Then I'm going to add a layer of the Ritz crackers. And we need another layer of the milk. And another layer of crackers. This sounds like a crazy dessert, but trust me, it's addicting and so incredibly easy to make. And we just keep layering the crackers and the milk mixture until the pie plate is full. Now, the longer you let this pie sit in the refrigerator, the more the crackers will meld with the condensed milk. And therefore, the more delicious the dessert will be. So you can certainly make this a good day ahead of time. I'm going to pop the dessert into the refrigerator, and then tomorrow, all we have to do is make the Hollandaise sauce, set the table, and arrange flowers. So again, sweet dreams, and I will see you in the morning. Good morning, friends. It's brunch day. So this morning, we need to make the Hollandaise sauce for the eggs benedict casserole and arrange some berries in Prosecco. Also, I want to set the table. But first, we need to buy flowers for the table. So please take a short drive with me. We are home again. Here are the flowers. Now, on the way home, it suddenly occurred to me that it is springtime and I have possibly some greens and some flowers that I can clip from my own garden. So we're going to run outside. This is weeping crabapple red jade. I have a pair of these trees. Let's go arrange some flowers. We're going to do this arrangement in this old soup tureen. We don't need the ladle, we do not need the lid. So I'm looking to make a fairly low arrangement. Well, I think this little tabletop arrangement turned out fairly nicely. And we can enjoy it here in the kitchen while I set the table. My guests are due 1 hour from now, so I'm going to pop the eggs benedict casserole into the oven. And while the casserole is baking, I need to arrange my berries. I was going to serve the berries in Prosecco, but then I decided it might be nicer to serve them with yogurt and mint. And I need to move you out of the way. This is my goods for the Hollandaise sauce. My berries are all clean. I have strawberries and blackberries and blueberries. To make the berries extra delicious, I'm tossing them with a little sugar and a splash of pure vanilla extract. Then I will put a dollop of plain yogurt in dessert goblets, add the berries, and a sprig of mint. This made a marvelous starter course for our brunch. Everyone loved it. As I mentioned yesterday, baked oatmeal has the consistency of cake. Totally delicious. Okay, next on the list, garnish the dessert with lime zest. So this is the lime cracker pie. And this is the lime that we zested. I think I put too much zest on the top of the pie, but that's all right. I'll move you over here. And then I have to make the Hollandaise sauce, which begins with butter. I'm going to melt this in the microwave. Then I need to separate eggs. So Hollandaise is butter and egg yolks and lemon juice and mustard. Yes, Dijon mustard. And I'm going to put the yolk in my blender, and I can put the white over here, and then I can freeze the whites for the next time I want to make a souffle. Just checking my recipe here. Process egg yolks, lemon juice, mustard, paprika, and salt on low speed in a blender. Dijon mustard, paprika, just a dash, and salt. Now we need to pour the hot butter through the little feed tube here with the blender running at lowish, medium-ish speed. And I need to pour very slowly. The hot butter will cook the egg yolks. If all goes according to plan, this will be a lovely, thick and rich Hollandaise. And it is. And just in time, my casserole is ready. This looks wonderful and it smells just heavenly. Now I want to pour half of this Hollandaise over the top of the casserole. And the rest I will put in this little pitcher here that can be passed at the table. And then I have a note here to garnish the casserole with the chopped scallion. And ta-da! Everything is ready, except I have to brew some coffee, and then I need to bring everything onto the sideboard in the dining room. And I said champagne earlier, but actually we're having Prosecco. It's already been in the refrigerator, and I'm just keeping it cold on ice. Happy Mother's Day. My friends have departed. I have a lot of dishes to wash, but I wanted you to know that this early Mother's Day brunch was a huge success. It was easy to host too, because all of the dishes were prepared ahead of time. I hope you feel inspired to try one or more of the brunch recipes, which of course I will link in the description box below. If you enjoyed today's video, I hope you will give it a thumbs up. And if you are new, I hope you will consider subscribing. And if you know anyone who would enjoy this video, I would greatly appreciate you sharing it with them. I hope you are having a great day, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye for now, friends. I have to tackle some dirty dishes.